What is up, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. My name is Jake. What is your name? That is cool. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, a follow-up on the major debate, which was for the opening weekend of Call of Duty launch weekend over in Minnesota, the CoD Amateur event being hosted inside a parking garage. For all of you guys who somehow did actually not see this, it was all over Twitter, all over Barstool Stoolies, whichever one you want to see, and many other accounts tweeted about this, how amateur event, which by the way gave host to 200 teams, thousands of players, and it was held in a parking garage in 33-degree Minnesota weather. I myself had a video about this, and I want you guys to know my focus of the video was not on how bad the venue was. I never actually said how bad it was. I did say it was heated. My main issues with opening launch weekend were Thursday, Friday, the patch release so close to the event. Alongside that, Call of Duty team skins not released until last second. And most importantly, when I talked about the issues for opening weekend, because there were a few. The amateur venue might not have been a main one, but there were quite a few besides that. The biggest one being the fact we had no idea where Call of Duty League would be streamed until a couple of hours before it did start. A $300 million league, and we had no idea where it would be played or be able to be watched until a couple hours before it started. It turned out okay. It worked out well, I would say, and I'm super excited for the future, but that was my stress and my focus of the issues of opening weekend. But a lot of people out there did hate on the venue, and I think it's actually brought to us by the Hard Points guys in their last episode, a great defense of CoD amateur events. I think you guys need to hear as well, because they make some killer points, one of which, when you compare Call of Duty amateur events, and when it comes time for LAN, to other esports, there are no other esports who do it like Call of Duty. Trust me, you guys can picture in your head right now, can you imagine 200 Fortnite teams, even solos, whether it be duos, maybe even above that as well, any amount of Fortnite kids out there going to a LAN event for prize money, you're likely going to have a bit of a hectic event, and it does not happen. CSGO, same way. By the way, DreamHack tried the same thing. We covered this many months ago. DreamHack tried events for Fortnite and CSGO. You know what the events were ridden with, especially throughout the open event? Cheaters. And it was hectic because it's very rare to see anyone be able to pull it off, but Call of Duty can with amateurs. And so here's a point that all the Hard Points guys do make, and I do want to apologize to anyone who thought I was trying to insult the amateur event and venue as well. They make some killer points, and here they are.
We're talking about like venue and the broadcast and structure and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I know you guys might have some choice words about I don't know if we call it controversy, but people tweeting about the challengers space. That was unwarranted, to say the least. You guys can talk more about that.
I'll start again, just real quick. I
wants to go so bad.
no, actually, no, Maven, you go first. You go first, Maven. Do it.
This is why I was.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hit me with it.
What other esport or franchise esport has 200 team open bracket tournament?
I'll answer that one for you, Clint. It's zero. It's
Zero. And the reason why is
yeah.
because they're a pain in the ass. They're expensive as hell, and it's a goddamn nightmare to do. I don't think people realize how close it was to that not even existing. The only reason that I think that existed was because this existed for so long. They didn't want to upset a lot of fans. They wanted to keep that in the ecosystem. And I wasn't part of that decision at all, but I was actually surprised to see that end. So when I saw people freaking out about having a $250,000 tournament in that garage or basement, whatever you want to call it, oh my God, you idiots. I was so mad because like, I just don't think a lot of them realize how like, I guess like lucky they are to have what they have.
Well, and to be careful when you're posting stuff like that.
My thing is like, I understand that, yeah, they Maven, yes, they weren't like almost a thing, and that's kind of Call of Duty's tradition. And to back that, like, yeah, Call of Duty, that's like what they're known for, those big events, and like it would be a tragedy to take them away. So I see like the both sides of it, but playing an amateur event for $250,000, I'm pretty sure the first place winner, I could be wrong with this, takes away $16,000 each. I think I could be wrong. I don't know. Regardless,
something like that. It was like 80K for first.
That is more money than I competed for until like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's wild.
And I was playing formal Scump, Karma, you know what I'm saying, in Crim 6 for $2,000 in a ballroom of a hotel, in a much worse situation, in a much more cramped situation, and like it sucked, but at the same time, like that's just what it was. And I feel like at first I didn't see the venue, and when I first heard it, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, a parking garage, like that kind of, you put it in negative limelight, and I'm like, that kind of sounds crappy. I went down there. The only difference of that or a convention center with like,
Which is a
like,
giant hall garage.
which is literally is the ceiling height. That's all it was. Is the ceiling height. So it's like,
Oh,
see
we're
what
all
I did
old.
in my
Yeah.
heyday. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's true though. Like, it's been worse. I've seen worse, and for less money. Like, I don't know. I don't think that situation was that bad. I talked to a bunch of amateur players as well that I'm friends with. They liked it. I just think it made it look a lot worse. And some
It's a
people on social media will
perception.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that, and like a fan will be like, oh wow, that's absolutely terrible. And now they won't even go take the time to research what it actually is.
It is simply, for a lot of esports out there, and it makes sense, not feasible to put on these kind of LAN events, and there are not many settings out there that are mature enough to actually have a venue like Minnesota did. I'm super excited for the future of amateur events as well, and again, when it comes time to how rare this is, there are really no other esports. I think Maven made the point in the video as well. There are no other esports that do these kind of things, and for good reason. Call of Duty has kind of an exclusive reign for when it comes to trying to support their amateur scene, which again is another talk for another time. We have heard countless coaches and players out there talk about feeding the amateur scene and how amateur players nowadays can get chosen over the tight friendships that many of these teams have, especially going forward for Call of Duty League Season 2, 3, Year 2, 3, 4. It's going to be very important, and we'll touch on that in the future. Call of Duty Amateurs is a rarity, and I will not be dissing it unless it gets very, very bad. There were a few issues here and there when it comes time to actually knocking it being in a garage. Where else is it going to be? And no one else does this. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy breaking down Call of Duty Esports gaming news here every single day, all day long. Until next time, take care.